Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Bitcoin is still forming this massive pattern on the 2-day time frame. So in just a moment I'll be giving you an update on my exact trading strategy right now, while Bitcoin is still repeating history in the short term, alongside Ethereum also repeating history in the short term. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the 4-day Bitcoin chart, and over the last 1 day, nothing has really changed on this chart right here. So if you missed my last video, then check out that video, because essentially yesterday we did actually confirm that bearish signal in this indicator on this time frame. So in terms of the trend at the moment, technically speaking, the trend on this time frame is looking more bearish, forming lower highs and lower lows. But as I also said just yesterday in my last video, even during this bearish trend, of course, we can see some pumps to the upside here and there during a bearish trend. And this bearish trend right here will only be invalidated and turn back into more of a bullish trend again if we can see a confirmed breakout back above this line of resistance, which is sitting at around 68,500 to 69,000, and ideally if we see a breakout above 70,000 in order to actually set a new higher high in place in the price of Bitcoin. And also, if we end up seeing that happening, if we see daily candle closes, or in this case a 2-day candle close above this line of resistance sitting just underneath around 69,000, then in that case that will set up a massive bullish price target for this pattern right here, but only if we actually confirm a breakout above this resistance, which obviously as of right now has not happened, which means at least for now, technically speaking, we're still within more of this bearish trend, at least as of right now. And obviously just a few days ago, we saw a perfect bounce based on these candle closes right here from this descending line of support, which is sitting at just underneath $54,000. And of course, we not only bounced from key support, we also bounced from oversold territories here in the daily Bitcoin RSI, which I mentioned obviously a few days ago here on the channel right near this local low. I said the RSI is oversold on the daily time frame, telling us we're due to see some sort of relief sometime soon. And obviously over the last few days here, especially a couple of days ago with that green candle right here, we have indeed seen a bullish relief over the last half a week or so. But with that being said, we need to keep in mind the fact that yes, we have seen that bullish relief over the last half a week, but that means we've reset the RSI out of those oversold territories. So obviously as of right now, we're no longer oversold, and in fact the RSI is sitting at more neutral levels, which technically gives us some more room to the downside compared to around half a week ago. And we did see something kind of similar to that back near the end of June, entering into early July. We saw the RSI first of all enter into oversold territories on the daily time frame, and then we saw a sideways consolidation, basically a slight relief from all of the bearish price action over the next 1 week or so, which actually reset the RSI back up towards more neutral levels, giving us some more room to the downside later on. And so that's why this signal by itself is not enough to confirm a new bullish trend. We need to combine it with other signals, like for example, confirming a breakout above key resistance. But with that being said, taking a look at this daily Bitcoin chart, and obviously once again over the last few days, over the last half a week or so, we've seen that decent bounce from very close to this major area of support in between around 51 to 53k, and we also have some support in between around 56 to 57,000 based on previous support. And also, just over the last couple of days here, we've seen a very slight breakout above this area of resistance, which was previous support for the price of Bitcoin, sitting in between around 60,000 to 61,000. And so obviously it would be a short-term bullish signal if we can actually now hold above this area and basically find support in between 60 to 61,000. Because of course, anytime where we flip short-term resistance into new support, that is technically a bullish signal, that is bullish price structure if we can now hold above this area. But if we were to see a break to the downside with daily candle closes back below around $60,000, then in that case, once again, we do have that major area of support based on previous support in between around 56 to 57,000. And as for other levels of resistance to pay attention to, as I mentioned in my last video, we have some resistance close to 63,000 based on this volume profile indicator showing a lot of traded volume very close to 63,000. And we also have a significant area of resistance in between around 67,000 to around 68.3k. And if we're zooming into the shorter term, looking at the 4-hour Bitcoin chart and comparing it to the bottom of the COVID crash back in March 2020, of course, once again, as I've been saying over the last half a week or so, we have a lot of similarities between right now and what we saw back then. And so, of course, this has been one of the main reasons why I have been longing the price of Bitcoin over the last few days here, which I've shared very transparently here on the channel over the last couple of days. I've been saying I'm entering a long position right around here, which I did end up doing. I put my money where my mouth was. And then as I shared in my last video, once again, I did take some profits off the table out of that Bitcoin long position. And as for an update on my trading strategy right now, at least for now, I still have a small part of that long position open, but most of that long position I have actually closed. So that is right, most of the long position I've closed, so most of it I've taken profits off the table, and then I've just kept a small amount of that long position open in case we do end up continuing to pump here. And so basically it's a win-win scenario using that trading strategy, because if the price pumps, I would continue to profit from that small amount of long position that I'm still currently in. And if the price dumps, I've already taken a decent amount of profits off the table, and also my stop loss is above my entry in profits, which would close the remainder of the trade in profits, even in the worst case scenario. And as you can see here showing up on the screen right now, you'll notice that it's not BTC USDT that I'm trading. It's not the USDT contract, which would pay out in USDT. I'm trading BTC USD, which is the Bitcoin margin contract, which basically pays out in Bitcoin. It uses Bitcoin as the margin. And so essentially by doing that, I've funded the position using Bitcoin, not USDT. And also any profits that I take from the trade, or when I close the trade, it pays out in Bitcoin. And so it's not like I'm selling Bitcoin into stable coins in order to try and buy back lower. I'm turning Bitcoin into more Bitcoin. So I'm using Bitcoin right here to open a leveraged long position funded with Bitcoin, and then turning that into more Bitcoin and making the profits in Bitcoin at higher prices. And so by doing that, let's just say if I close all of the trade, which at least for now I've not closed the entire trade, just most of it, but let's just say if I close the entire trade altogether, I would still profit because I'm still holding a lot of spot Bitcoin, especially the Bitcoin that I've made from the profits from that trade, which I'm still holding as Bitcoin. And so that's why this trading strategy, which I've shared over the last few days, is a win-win trading strategy right now based on what we've seen in the price over the last couple of days. Once again, if the price pumps, I make profits. If the price dumps, I've already taken a lot of profits off the table. And so this is why it is important to subscribe to this channel with notifications turned on to not miss out on any of these important update videos, where from time to time I'm sharing these trading opportunities completely for free here on this channel, where me and potentially you could make a lot of easy profits, as I've been doing over the last couple of days here. And personally, when it comes to trading these moves in the price of Bitcoin or any other crypto, personally, I take just about all of my trades over on Bybit. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit down below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link down below this video to make a Bybit account and deposit on that account, then you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. And also, if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here, which is a massive lucky draw happening right now over on Bybit for a limited time, by the way, and this can potentially get you up to $100,000 or some free Bitcoin or Ethereum or USDT just by trading crypto using the link down below this video. And so if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check this out. Once again, first link down below this video. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there is also Bitflex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitflex. And so I'll also make sure to leave a link to Bitflex down below this video as an alternative crypto exchange. And with that being said, taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map right here, and as of right now, we still have a decent amount of liquidity sitting close to $70,000. But obviously between the current price and that 70k level where a lot of liquidity is sitting at, obviously we have major resistance between now and then, as I discussed earlier in the video. So keep that in mind as well. It's not like the price will go straight to 70,000 just based on this alone, because we have other factors that can affect the price of Bitcoin. And so when we're looking at more shorter term levels of liquidity that's closer to the price, we do have a bit of upside liquidity here at around 62.8k and more liquidity at around 65.7k to 66k approximately. And as for liquidity to the downside, we don't really have a lot of liquidity straight below the current price, very close to the price to the downside, but we do have a small amount of liquidity at around 57,500 to 57.8k, and a little bit more liquidity at around 54,000 to 54.3k. And so at least for now, those are the areas of interest to pay attention to, at least in the shorter term. And with that being said, if we're taking a quick look at the Bitcoin and crypto funding rates, as of right now, the funding rates are still below neutral, because in case you're new to all of this, the neutral rate is 0.01%. And so basically, if the funding rate for any one of these cryptos here is sitting below 0.01% across multiple different exchanges, then that is essentially considered a bullish signal for that specific crypto. So in this case, Bitcoin, for example, a lot of the funding rates here are sitting basically below 0.01%. And so we also have to keep this in mind as well, just in the short term. This is a little bit of a bullish factor for prices just in the short term, while the funding rates are below neutral. But with that being said, taking a look at Ethereum on the weekly time frame, and obviously over the last one day, not a lot has really changed on this chart. We're still seeing that major bounce from this critical area of support, aligning with this ascending line of support, basically sitting in between around $2,000 to $2,150. And if we're taking a look at this 3-day time frame, obviously just a few days ago, we saw that major bounce very close to this golden pocket area of support in between around 2150 to 2200 approximately. And we also saw a bounce very close to this 50% retracement level, sitting close to 2,500 based on these candle closes right here on the 3-day time frame. So 2,500 is also a level of support to pay attention to, at least in the short term. And as for resistance, we do have a significant level of resistance based on previous support and resistance, sitting very close to 2.8k. And with that being said, if we're zooming into the short term, looking at the 4-hour time frame right now, we're still seeing very similar price action at the moment compared to what we saw at the bottom of the March 2020 crash, as I've already been saying over the last few days. And at least as of right now, we're getting closer towards that next short-term pullback, which we saw just here during the bullish relief. And this could potentially be that short-term pullback right here, but at least for now, the RSI on the 4-hour time frame is not yet overbought, which basically means we technically have more room to the upside. We still have room to the upside just based on the 4-hour time frame. But once this RSI gets closer towards overbought territories, that would send us a signal telling us that we're kind of reaching the upper limit, at least in the short term, and we're due to see another bit of a pullback. It might not necessarily go below this low right here, but at least a bit of a pullback to reset the RSI if this gets back up towards overbought territories like what we saw back here. And so obviously we're still waiting for that to play out, and if it plays out, if we continue to repeat history here like what we've been seeing over the last few days, if that actually continues to happen, then in that situation, if we see a bit of a pullback once the RSI gets closer towards overbought territories, maybe at some point in the next few days, that could potentially be a secondary entry point for the people that missed this trading opportunity right here, which I've been sharing over the last few days, especially for Bitcoin. And so basically there might be another trading opportunity coming up in the next couple of days, also in the next few days. Not a guarantee, but that might be happening in the next few days if we see history repeat and the RSI gets closer towards overbought, telling us we're due to see a bit of a pullback during the bullish relief. Once again, that could cause potentially a new trading opportunity, which I will share here on this channel if it actually happens. And so once again, it is important to subscribe to this channel with notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any of these important update videos where I'm sharing these opportunities to make a lot of easy profits completely for free here on this channel. And with that being said, taking a quick look at the price of Solana on the daily time frame, and right now the price of Solana is still within this massive sideways price range right here, basically in between this area of support and this area of resistance. First of all, this area of support is sitting in between around 120 to 128, and this area of resistance is sitting in between around 183 to 187. And between that support and resistance, we also have some other areas of support and resistance. First of all, we have this area of support based on previous support and resistance sitting in between around 140 to 144 approximately. And we also have a little bit of short-term support at around 153 to 154 based on previous resistance becoming new support. And as for resistance to the upside, we have this area sitting in between around 158 to 162, give or take. And we have this area in between around 170 to 175. And once again, more resistance at around 183 to 187. And once again, if you want to trade these moves in the price of any crypto, check out those links down below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And believe it or not, you can actually make a lot of easy profits in choppy sideways price action just like this. And if you want to know how to do that, then check out the video in the bottom left of your screen right now, because that video right there in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action, and the video in the top left of your screen shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions. But that's just about everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.